Alright, hello everyone. How are you? It's Kei. So this is the 26th of May 2022 on Thursday. So today I selected some pairs that has almost breaking the support resistance level in the 4-hour chart on the Forex pairs. So I will first talk about these pairs and then look at some other pairs. So it looks like we have no trends as per the daily time frame in the Forex pairs. And when I screen charts by the 4-hour, there was almost breakout of the support resistances. So in the days like this, however, in the 4-hour chart, they are all flat, but we can still create some scenario in the future. And when it really happens, we can actually discuss where to enter the markets. So let me first talk about that topic today. But thanks for joining everybody, as always. I appreciate your support and also continuous participations. So now let me switch screen. Alright, and yeah, as usual, as a quick disclaimer, this content is basically based on my own experience and knowledge. So when you take trades, please do at your own risks. And also, this is live, so if you can please follow the rules and guidelines, that would be great. Okay, so again, thanks for joining everybody. Great to see you here. Alright, so yeah, any trades everyone? Did you take any trades? Yeah, looks like we have still quiet market. Today there was a big news in the US and Canada, but it looks like the impact was not that much. So I think we have some still continuous range market or retracements. I've seen few pairs, 2 pound pairs, pound USD, pound Canada, and it was almost breaking the resistance, but soon it retraced backwards. So I took buy, but the market retraced backwards, so I exited with a loss. So for me, that's the only trade I took today. So yeah, let's see what's happening in the markets right now. So let me say hi to everyone quickly. Alright, thanks for joining everybody. Again, good to see you here. Alright. Yeah. Mundia, thanks for joining. And Kevin, good to see you too. Thanks for joining. And Mahardika, also good to see you. And Tanapal, good to see you too. And Asif also, good to see you. Thanks for joining. And Nicholas, Brian, Bokod, thanks for joining also. Levinas, and everybody, thanks for joining. Great to see you here. So let me first talk about the pairs that I watched today that are almost breaking support resistances in a 4-hour chart. So here's the trading view. And let me check the... So I have already put my flag on the pairs that I will be discussing today. So first, let me talk about this one, Euro USD. Yeah, so Euro USD daily chart is still bullish. I mean, it broke the Kijun Sen and it's going up to the Senko Span A. However, whenever you see the prices in between the Kijun Sen and the Kumo, this is considered to be a range. But in price action, it's retracing backwards because it just broke the resistance level as well as the Kijun Sen. So my view is still bullish. I expect still the market goes up to the Kumo is my view. So with that in mind, if you look at the 4-hour chart, it almost breaking the resistance. The market has been supported by this uptrend line once and twice and 3 times and 4 times today. The market looks to be bullish. So I think Euro USD, once the market breaks the resistance level here at 1.0748, or if I see the uptrend in the lower time frames in a 1 hour 30, then that will be the timing I look for the buying edge. So Euro USD, I'm still watching the market today to see if it breaks the resistance in the 4-hour chart. So this is the first one I wanted to discuss today. In terms of the price action, it looks good because there was a previous doji on the trend line, which I'm talking about this one. And doji has been broken bullish, and the market has been 2 consecutive bullish candles. So yeah, this is now bullish. So I think it breaks the resistance. If it doesn't happen today, then I expect it to happen tomorrow. So in either way, I wait for the breakout. And next one I wanted to discuss is the Euro Swiss franc. Let me switch back to the daily and Euro Swiss franc. So Euro Swiss franc, hold on, let me just delete these lines. Euro Swiss franc in the daily time frame, the market is exactly in the Kumo now. So this is now range. And if you look at the candlesticks, you can notice something here. Do you notice something here with this chart pattern? Let me just ask you this question, and I will wait for maybe 5 minutes to receive some answers. So if I see this again, I see Kumo's flat, Kijun-sen, Tenkan-sen flat, and Chikou span touching, but I see some significance in the candlestick patterns. So if you notice something here, please write them in the comments, and I will take a look. So that's the Euro Swiss franc daily time frame. So even if the Kumo flat, Kijun-sen flat, I always also look at some price actions in candlestick patterns and see the potential breakout or potential future directions. And then Ichimoku lines may follow that direction. So that's a great hint to everyone. So in the meantime, let me say hi to everyone continuously. Thank you for joining. Again, good to see you here. Okay. Oh, Nicholas says no trades for me. Okay, yeah, it's better not to take trades today because the market has been very tricky, spiky. So yeah, better to be away in my view. Okay, yes, I will cover Pound USD later here, so please stay tuned on the live. Alright, and Soma, AUD USD I will cover here too later, so please stay tuned for that too. Alright, thank you for joining. William, good to see you. Thank you for joining as well. Alright. Okay, so let's see. Common Pound USD. Yes, I will cover Pound USD soon, so please stay tuned for this one too. Alright, Hussein, good to see you. Thank you for joining. So, what do you see here on the significance on these chart patterns here? Let me see. Oh, I still see some comments now. Good. So let me see. Okay. Double top. Yeah, there was a double top. That's true. Double top and neckline breakout. Whenever you see double top, neckline break should also be the definition, right? So double top and neckline was here 1.0363 and it has broken bearish. So that means this is bearish, right? That means this is bearish. Ichimoku says flat, but the price action says it's bearish. Okay, that's good. All right, Rohit says inside bar. Yes, there's an inside bar somewhere if you can identify it. Yeah, there's an inside bar. And yeah, Holman double top, that's true. Or Alexander range, yeah. In terms of Ichimoku, it's range. Price is exactly in the Kumo. But we're discussing the price action and candlesticks. Right, Richard says inside bar. That's true, inside bar. So inside bar is happening here. On this big bearish candlestick. It's been including 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 future candlesticks. Right, so this is called the inside bar. And neckline was also top of the inside, which is quite significant. All right. Yeah. John On also says double top. Right. So double top and neckline break, plus currently inside bar has been happening. Yeah, that's very good. Yes. Yeah. Alexander says a descending P wave. This is not really a descending P wave because for the descending P wave to happen, the support has to be tested once, twice, or 3 times while the highs gets lower. So more precisely, if it looks like this, then this is descending P wave. But if you look at the supports, these supports are a bit higher. So technically, this is a regular P wave. Also, this is also a regular P wave, but more than the P wave, I think this engulfing is more significant in this case. Alright, thanks for joining everybody. Great to see you. Oh, Lian also says doji break. Yeah, there was a doji here. If you're talking about this doji, there was a breakout, but not quite. Not quite. Still, engulfing is a bigger picture in this case. Let me enlarge a little bit in case you're from mobile so that you can see the more clear picture. Yeah. Okay. So George says bearish try break downside. Yes, that's true. That's true. Okay. So that's actually the case here. Okay. So we have again double top, a neckline break, and plus currently engulfing candlestick are happening for the price actions. So, and again, that leads to the next topic in a 4-hour chart. And as Mariam says already, he says, I think the market will break the Kumo and go down. Their cloud, there could be a cross. Yep. So I'm also expecting the market breaks the Kumo and also the support. And once that happens, it goes very fast, is my view. Yeah, that is exactly correct. Yeah. So with that in mind, let's look into the 4-hour chart and see what we have here. So this is multiple time frame analysis. After you analyze the daily chart with Ichimoku plus the price actions and potentially capture which way it might go, and then you go down to the lower time frame. So in this case, I look at the 4-hour chart. I will just leave this support level, resistance level on the daily chart on this engulfing, and then switch down to the 4-hour chart and see what we find. So here is the 4-hour chart. Yeah, in the 4-hour chart, this is range as per Ichimoku because the Kumo is flat. Well, Kumo is technically bearish because the Senko span A is pointing down and Senko span B is flat. Right? So this is still flat Kumo but a bit bearish Kumo. That means the market is downtrending in the long term. And then also a 4-hour chart, Kijun Sen is flat and Tenkan Sen is pointing down, but this Tenkan Sen is pointing down below the candles. So this Tenkan Sen angle might be fake. And then Chikou span has been touching the candles, so that means it's range. So I am waiting for the 4-hour to be bearish. So for the 4-hour to be bearish, I have to wait for the Kijun Sen to point down, and then Chikou span comes below candles, and then get ready to sell. And then expect the market breaks the daily engulfing candlestick bearish this way. Yep. So if it happens before the breakout, I still take it and expect the market break support. But if it doesn't happen, if it happens after the breakout, of course I will take it and look for the setting edge. So it hasn't happened yet, but you can create this kind of scenario ahead in your mind so that when it exactly happens like this, you're psychologically ready to sell here. But if you didn't see the daily chart double top and engulfing break, And if you only focus in the 4-hour chart and get the breakout, you may just sell, which is okay because you get the confirmations. But psychologically, you feel safer when you see these above higher time frame confirmations in the candlesticks, and you can keep holding the sell afterwards, after the break. So that was the Euro Swiss franc I wanted to talk about. Okay? So like this, I will check other pairs, so please stick to it until the end of the live today. So the next one I want to discuss is the USD Jpy. So again, I will first talk about the daily time frame. So USD Jpy, the market is now, Kumo is flat. Well, in this case, Senko span B is up, but Senko span A is sideways or a bit retracing. So this is basically considered to be the flat Kumo. It's a range in the long term now. And then Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen dead cross happened a couple of days ago. So that means this is the end of an uptrend. And then Chikou span is currently touching. So now it's range basically. However, we can also look into some candlestick pattern in the daily time frame and see potential direction in near future. And on this one, I have already put the arrow here down. So basically, I'm expecting the market break support and continues to be down. And on this one also, there was a double top and plus head and shoulders. And then double top neckline was here and head and shoulders neckline was here at 126.95. And we have currently bearish in the wave like this. So the market is ranging now for the last 2 days or 3 days, but my view is still bearish. And plus what we have here is there is another inside bar in the daily time frame. Can you identify the inside bar? That's just happening right now. The inside is happening here. On the 3 days ago, there was a big bearish candle, and this is also the inside. Yeah, so we can wait for the breakout of the previous support, previous neckline of the double head and shoulders, but now it's better to wait for this engulfing breakout. So I will delete this neckline, and then I will just leave the support resistance of this engulfing candle and wait for the breakout of 126.39. So this is a daily time frame, and then I look down in the 4-hour chart and see what's happening. So on this 4-hour chart, we see that the market has been resisted by this descending trend line. So you can tell that the market has been bearish. And then Kumo flat, Kijun-sen flat, and Chikou span below candles. So in the 4-hour chart, the market is still bearish. The direction is range, but the momentum is still bearish. So I'm still expecting the market will be resisted by this Kijun-sen or the trend line and continuously go down this way. So that is my view here. And one more thing is that I know that on the next candlestick in the 4-hour chart, Kijun-sen will point down. So this 4-hour chart candlestick is going to close in 2 hours and 40 minutes. So I will come back in maybe 3 hours, and then Kijun-sen will point down. Senko span A also may point down, and then I prepare to sell. And the reason is because, Kijun-sen takes the last 26 candles, right? If you know the calculation, Kijun-sen takes the candles for the last 26 candles. So if you simply count the 26 candles backwards, it will be here. So since Kijun-sen takes the high and low for the last 26 candles, right now Kijun-sen is taking this low here and this high here, right? But on the next candlestick, Kijun-sen then takes the next low here, and that means Kijun-sen will point down because the 50% level will be a bit lower. And so it happens on the next candlestick forms in the 4-hour chart. So that means in about 2 and 39 minutes later, Kijun-sen will point down on the 4-hour chart. And if Tenkan-sen remains flat, then Senko Span A will point down also because Senko Span A takes the mid price of the Kijun-sen and Tenkan-sen and shifted 26 candles to the future. So we may see Kijun-sen also point down and Senko Span A also point down, and the sellers may come into the markets and it may get ready to break the support. So this is how you can expect the angles of these Kijun-sen, Tenkan-sen, and Senko Span A. You can actually do this also on the Senko Span B also. But in this case, I focus on the Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen especially to point down. So I wait for another 3 hours or so and come back to this chart and look for the selling edge. Yeah. So if you master Ichimoku lines, then you know exactly when to wait and when to come in to the markets like this. So this is very convenient. Yeah, because basically these lines, Senko Span B, Senko Span A, and Kijun-sen, Tenkan-sen are showing the market direction and the momentum. So the angles are also very important. Location to the price and angles are also very important on this. Okay. Oh, hold on, let's see. Biggie says, K, there is a bearish engulfing candle on USD Jpy 4-hour chart. What does it mean? Is it that is the end of downtrend or the continuation? Yeah, so this means that this could be the continuation of downtrend. We're talking about this engulfing bearish, this one, right? Yeah, so right now there's engulfing inside bar. So in the 4-hour chart, once the market breaks here at this level, 126.55, then it will accelerate downtrend. But before we see that, we can't really take it. So we have to wait basically for the breakout of these two supports and then take sell. Yeah, just because there's an engulfing candlestick, we can't tell which way it might break. Yep. Okay, so that's the USD Jpy. So again, my view is bearish because in a daily chart, again, we have inside bar, and in the 4-hour chart, this will turn bearish in the next 2 and 36 minutes. So I will be continuously looking for the sell chance. Okay, so now let me move on to the next one, which is USD Swiss franc. Alright, so USD Swiss franc also, this one is engulfing. So we have many inside bars in a daily time frame. So the market is now retraced backwards, and this is heading towards the Senko Span A now. And we have this engulfing candle. The bearish candlestick on the 24th of May has been including 2 future candles, including today. So this is engulfing. So we can draw the support and resistance. And my view is bearish in the 4-hour chart. So with that in mind, I will switch down to the 4-hour chart. And here you see also the market has been downtrending. Looks like we have to adjust the trend line like this way. So it still be resisted by the trend line. And a Kumo flat, Kijun-sen flat, so the market is still flat. So in this case, I wait for the Kumo down and Kijun-sen down also to sell. Chikou span below candles, so this only shows the market is bearish. So I still expect the market breaks bearish the support, but I again wait for the Kijun-sen point down also. In this case, most likely the Kijun-sen angle point down happens at the support level breakout. So I will simply wait for the breakout of 0.9574 and take sell afterwards. So that is the USD Swiss franc. So let me move on to the next one, which is Pound USD. Okay, so Pound USD daily chart has retraced back to Kijun-sen now. So this is also Ichimoku nature, is that whenever the market takes away from the Kijun-sen, it always comes back to Kijun-sen. In average, comes back to Kijun-sen in 26 candles. So now, today, it touched the daily Kijun-sen. So if the market breaks the Kijun-sen, then it will go up to the Kumo, Senko Span A. So my view is bullish if it happens. And then with that in mind, if I look at the 4-hour chart, so today's forecast is basically the 4-hour time frame. Like we have this descending trend line breakout, and there was a previous support, became resistances, and then it became support also. So this is also a type of inverse head and shoulders. You know, inverse head and shoulders, usually it's said that it should be like this, but the neckline also becomes a trend line sometimes. And this is, I think, a good example for this. So after the neckline of this inverse head and shoulders has been broken bullish, it tested, and now it's bullish again. And we have this small double bottom also. So my view is bullish in the Pound USD. Yeah. So with that in mind, let me just delete this arrow. Okay, so again, in the 4-hour chart, it's bullish. And also in terms of Ichimoku, it's bullish too. We have the Kumo up, Senko Span Ace technically pointing up, and Kijun-sen is also pointing up. Chikou span above candles. So my view is still bullish. So I will put the arrow, new arrow pointing up above the resistance. So I'm simply waiting for the resistance breakout to buy. So the tip of the resistance is here at 1.2620. So once the market breaks that level, I will look for the buying edge. Yeah. But we may see some buying edge before the breakout happens. Sometimes I enter before the breakout, and how I do is I look at the even lower time frames. So I look at the 1-hour chart, and 1 hour also shows bullish in this case, right? Pound USD. Kumo is pointing up, Senko Span Ace pointing up, Kijun-sen is also pointing up, and Chikou span is above the candles. And the market has been continuously bullish in the wave for now. So I expect the market goes up in this direction afterwards. Yeah, so Pound USD looks good right now. I will turn to green. Green means to go to look for the buying edge. So let me briefly talk about how I enter the market in this case. So I go down to the 5-minute. I never use Ichimoku in the 5-minute because Ichimoku is a bit too lagging. So I use the Bollinger Bands and stochastics. Okay, so in terms of the Bollinger Bands, it's been still flat sideways. This is not the squeeze because the lines are basically flat and sideways. So it's flat, Kumo, and stochastics gold cross previously, but it's about to dead cross, so I don't use stochastic confirmation in this case. So in this case, how I enter is purely based on the price actions. Yeah, so like this, sometimes I only enter by the price actions, sometimes I use indicator confirmations depending on the situation. So in this case, I simply use the price action to enter the market. So since 12:30, UTC, the market has been bullish. So this is one of the things I just noticed right now. The market has been bullish now. So it may go up towards major direction. And then I also look into some price actions too. We have right now bearish wave. So the market has to bounce and goes up. So I wait for currently in the 5-minute, if you closely look at the price actions, this was an also inside bar. And if this inside breaks bullish, that will be also a good confirmation to buy. Right now it's bearish, but it takes another 4 minutes to close. If 4 minutes close, if 4 minutes later, if close becomes above this candle, this previous engulfing, then that will be also a good confirmation to buy. Yeah, but looks like the market has been quite spiky here. It's like yeah, like a spiky, lots of wicks up and downwards. So this is not really a good setup. Yeah, it may go down also. It may go down, support the 5-minute chart support level 1.2556. So to be safer, I wait for the breakout of the resistance on the 5, 1.2586, and then buy is my trade plan. Yeah, otherwise I won't be trading. But again, higher time frames are bullish, so I still expect the market goes up in the long term. Again, in the forward chart, it's bullish right now. And 1 hour also shows bullish, Kumo up, Kijun Sen up. So my view is still bullish this way. Yep. Okay. Okay, Sai says pound is weak in currency strength meter, so I believe pound CAD and pound USD is to sell. Okay, the thing about the currency strength chart, let me put that one up here. The thing about the strength chart is that this is only in 5-minute basis. In 5 minutes, this is very for the short term. So you can't really trust this as a long-term direction. Yes, right now pound is weak. If you only pinpoint the pound has been going down, but it doesn't mean that the pound will continuously be sell. At some point in the next 5 minutes, 10 minutes, the pound may be up also. So you can't trust the strength chart in terms of the long-term directions. This is only showing the 5-minute interval directions. So never trade, never follow. The strength chart direction is very important. Yeah, I never trade by the strength chart directions. But strength chart can actually push me and give me some extra confirmation to buy or sell. Let's say right now pound USD is bearish. Let's say 4-hour chart is going down and 1 hour is also going down, and I'm about to sell. And then if I look at the chart, the currency strength chart, and I found the pound to be down, bearish, then I take sell. But if it's going against the major direction, then I will simply ignore the strength chart. Okay, so that's a little tip about the strength chart. Okay. Amir says, hi Kei, why Chikou span shifted back 26 candles and Kumo shifted 26 candles forward? That's a very simple but deep question. Yeah, you can actually look at my video, Ichimoku part 1 to 5 series, and you can find the answer. But there's a reason why they're shifted 26 backwards in the future. Okay, so now let me move on to the next one, which is pound CAD. Okay, so pound CAD 4-hour chart looks like it's been bearish now and touched the Kijun Sen, breaking the Kijun Sen now. And as for 1 hour, it's been bearish. So looks like pound CAD is more bearish than pound USD right now. So I was saying that this is bearish. Sorry, this was about to break the resistance, but now it's going backwards. So I will just skip this one. In this case, I just ignore and move on to the next pairs. So the next one I will be looking at is AUD USD. Oh, thank you for the comment. And also TSM, also thank you for a comment. So I hope everything makes sense to you on this. Okay, so let me continue the analysis. So next one is this AUD USD. First, looking at the daily time frame. At a glance, if I see this market, at a glance, this is very tricky because for the last 3 days, the market has been range, and also we have some doji and pin bars. So that means within a day, the market spikes for the last 3 days. So if I buy or sell right now, I may be stopped out and the market might go against my direction. And that's what I found on this price action. And plus Kumo is flat. Senko span A is also retracing backwards. So the market may break the Kijun Sen and go up to Kumo. And Chikou span is also getting closer to the candles. So it simply means that this is retracing market. And while the market retracing backwards, we have also inside bar. This big bullish candle has been including future 3 candles, including today's. So this is engulfing inside bar. So since it's bullish or retracing, I would say retracing in the daily time frame, and it may break the Kijun Sen, my view is to buy. So with that in mind, I look at the 4-hour chart. And as for the 4-hour chart, this is now range, right? Kumo flat, Senko span B flat, A flat, Kijun Sen, Tenkan Sen all flat, and Chikou span touching. So this is range. But since daily chart continuously be retracing, I expect the market breaks the daily engulfing bullish in this way. So once that happens, I look for the buying edge. So simply I'm waiting for the break of 0.7129. So that's the AUD USD. But at this moment, we can't tell which way it breaks because this is pure range and this is the highs are lower. So this is more of bearish. It's more bearish. So it may go down continuously too and breaks the engulfing bearish. In that case, we have double top and neckline break. So the market may be continuously downtrending. Okay, so that's the AUD USD. So let me cover 3 more pairs. The next one I want to cover is the AUD Swiss franc. So like this, however, like this, when the market's range, I say I stay away, but I look into the price actions and plan ahead on my trades in the future. So this one is AUD Swiss franc. Right now, it broke the Kumo, so that's bearish. But in terms of price actions, we have also engulfing inside bar. So we have lots of inside, and that's why the market has been very tricky in the lower time frames. So daily time frame shows inside and the Kumo breakout, so bias is bearish. And I expect the market breaks a support, 0.6770. So I look into the 4-hour chart again. And 4-hour shows range as per Ichimoku, but in price action, this is bearish. Yeah, because Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat, but the market has been resisted by the descending trend line. Like this way, we can actually extend it all the way to up here. So this is resisted by the descending trend line in support at the same level. So this one is called descending P wave. Previously it wasn't, but this is called a descending P wave. So the bias is bearish. So I actually wait for the Kijun-sen and Kumo point down to prepare to sell, and most likely it happens at the breakout of the support. Because Kijun-sen is taking the high and low here, and it takes another, let's see, another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 candles in the 4-hour chart. That will be 20 hours in the 4-hour chart. We have to wait for the Kijun-sen to point down and Senko Span A to point down. So most likely the breakout happens earlier within the 20 hours. So that's why I basically wait for the breakout to sell in this case. So that's the AUD Swiss franc. And then next one is the CAD Swiss franc. Yeah, so CAD Swiss franc also engulfing candlestick, while the market has been retraced back to Senko Span A now. We have an inside bar again near the Senko Span A. So the market looks to be supported by the Senko Span A now in the daily chart for the 2 days. So I'm waiting for the Senko Span A break. And also engulfing break, 0.7458. And also if I look at the 4-hour chart, this is now turning a bit bearish because the 4-hour chart is taking the low here, and in the next 8 hours or in the next 6 and 17 minutes, 6 hours and 17 minutes, Kijun-sen will point down. So if we can come back then, that will be a good setting edge, but the market may close soon, so most likely I will come back tomorrow. But anyhow, I wait for the Kijun-sen point down, Senko Span A or B point down before the breakout, or simply wait for the breakout to sell. When it breaks, obviously Kumo will point down, Kijun-sen will point down, so that's when I look for a selling edge then. So that's a CAD Swiss franc. But now I simply stay away. I'm not gonna trade right now because it's range. It may retrace back to the daily Kijun-sen or Tenkan-sen. So yeah, we have to be careful in this case. And lastly, this is the Swiss franc JPY. 4-hour chart is also having engulfing, and it's about to break the resistance. Still, it's in the Kumo now, but in price action, it's bullish. So I look into the 4-hour chart, and it's about to break the resistance. And once the market breaks the resistance level here on 132.67, then Kijun-sen will point up, and Kumo will also turn up, and I will prepare to buy. And 1 hour 30 will also be up. So I think Swiss franc JPY happens bullish earliest, I think, among all these pairs. So I will keep an eye on Swiss franc JPY to buy until the end of today. So let me turn this also to green. Okay, so that's my analysis on the Forex pairs in the 4-hour chart and the daily chart basis. So I say I screen charts on these 2 time frames, daily or 4, and initially I look into the price actions and also Ichimoku lines. But if I see, if I can see some potential breakouts in the 4-hour chart or the potential breakout in the engulfing on the daily or 4, then I will also keep in mind, and once it happens, I will take it and trade towards that direction. So, it's always good to plan ahead. Never jump into the market, never just open the charts and there's a trend and don't just catch it. Yeah, we have to take time and do some deep analysis to get ready to trade. Okay, so now let me check some other comments for the next 5 minutes or so until the end of the live today. Okay, but thank you for joining, everybody. Great to see you. Thank you for joining. All right, Ayo, good to see you. Thank you for joining as well. Okay, so let me see. Oh, okay. A Biggie says, hi Kei, does the distance between the candlesticks and Kumo contribute to trend continuation and reversal? Distance between candlesticks and Kumo, yes, if the distance is very far, even to Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen, the price, if the distance is too far, then that means that is overshooting, so the market may reverse. Yes, that is possible. Like, I think this is a good example. Like, if I do the bar replay, if you see the market like this, a while ago, the market has been going up, and you see the distance between the price to, especially Kumo, is very long. So this means that this is overshooting market, so it may reverse backwards. Especially if there's a resistance level very close, it may be reversing. So I think this is a good example for this. Or here too. You know, whenever the market goes bearish, strongly like this, you see market is very far from Tenkan, Kijun-sen, and Kumo. And also Kumo is getting thinner here. When you see also thin Kumo and Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen are very close to each other, the market may reverse backwards. This is showing overshooting market. So if there's a major support, it tends to bounce and goes up. And once it goes up, it goes very fast. So you may get stopped out or you may be in a huge loss. So I don't recommend to sell in this kind of case. You can tell by the price action, you have these, you know, consecutive bearish candles, many bearish candles. This one was also very big candlestick. So when you see the candlesticks, you can kind of tell this is oversold, but also in terms of Ichimoku, you can actually tell. Yeah, so whenever you see charts by Ichimoku, better to look at the Kumo shape and also Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen distance. Yeah, you can easily identify if it's resisted or support. Okay. All right. Yar says you want to do quick analysis on US 500. Okay. So, okay, here's S&P. The market is now bullish. Hold on, let me check the daily time frame. Okay, daily time frame is now, or looks like today, the market broke the trend line. So looks like it's heading back to the Kijun-sen. So like I mentioned, the market tends to retrace back to Kijun-sen in 26 candles in average. So let's count how many candles the market has been so far since the previous breakout of the Kijun-sen. So previous breakout happened here on the 21st of April. And let's see how many candles so far. Since here, it has been exactly 26. Yeah, so in average, the market comes back to 26 candles to Kijun-sen. So my view is bullish. I mean, for the next couple of days, the market may continue to retrace back to Kijun-sen. So if you buy, the target will be on the 4165.5. So that is my analysis. Yeah, so that's bullish now. Okay, and by the time we see the market retrace back to Kijun Sen, then there was also a double bottom and neckline break. So the market may go up continuously further. So that's my view. Okay, but looks like the looks like market has been retracing backwards in the indices also. So looks like these are all interesting markets. Okay, let's see. Okay, thanks for joining everybody. Great to see you again. Okay, Arnold-san says Swiss franc, Swiss franc touched the Kijun Sen on the weekly. Okay, so that means the market may reverse. Once the market touches Kijun Sen, then it may be resisted and go down. So unless you see some significance in the candlesticks, you better wait for the Kijun Sen break to buy. Okay. Yeah, thanks for joining everybody. Great to see you. Oh, Kenji says, hi Kei, do you place entry order first or entry based on the market price? Entry order first or entry based on the market price. I enter based on the market price as always. So I check the current market status, current price level, and I look into the spread, make sure that the spread is not too wide, and then I enter the markets. Yeah, I do that. Okay. So, oh, okay. Michele says, can you watch the Bitcoin? Sure, let me look into it. So let's see. BTCUSD. Oh, Ethereum has been sold so much, but let me check the Bitcoin. Okay, Bitcoin has been range. There is no direction. So simply wait for the break of either resistance or support. Looks like today there was a breakout once, but now it's pulling back. So this is still range. But I can see that the market has been, the highs are getting lower and lower. So I can see that there are more sellers and buyers in the market. So sooner or later, I think the market breaks support in this way. So now we have new candlestick and new wick here. So I wait for the breakout of the wick support, which is 27,972.55. And if I were buy, then I wait for the breakout of this resistance 369.42 to buy. Yeah, but once it breaks that level, then it can go down to the next support 25,442.90. And once it breaks further, then it can go down furthermore. Yeah, by then Kumo should be down, Kijun Sen should be down also, and Chikou span should be below the candles. So the market may continuously be downtrending afterwards. Okay, so that's my view on the Bitcoin. So let's see. Okay, so I think, yeah, I guess that's it for today's live. But thank you for joining everybody. Great to see you. It was very nice talking to you. Nice seeing you in the chat. So, but yeah, looks like in Forex, the market has been ranging or retracing. So I'm still basically waiting for the 4-hour chart to break towards major direction. So yeah, again, in the days like this, you know, we can just stay away from charts. We have to check charts every day, at least once or twice. But without trading, we check charts and we wait until the next good setup is coming. So that is my view on the charts. Yeah. So yeah, from here I will switch to the Ichimoku membership live. So for those who are Ichimoku members, I will see you soon in about 5 minutes. And for those who are joining in public, I will see you in the next one. So until then, please stay healthy and stay safe. and stay gold. Alright, bye for now. またね everyone. Thanks so much.